The Houston Rockets just had a transformative 2023 NBA offseason. They were really the only team that came into the 2023 offseason with a lot of cap space, and they made some big splashes. From hiring head coach Ime Udoka to the 2023 NBA draft to throwing big cash at free agents, the Houston Rockets are officially in their next phase. What's going on, everyone? It's Luka here, back with another video. In this one, I'm going to be talking about the Houston Rockets and examine just how good this team can become for this new season. If you guys can do me a favor, please hit a like on the video. It does help a ton. And please subscribe to the channel for more Rockets and NBA content just like this. We're trying to hit 33K on this channel, so if you guys can help me hit that, that would be greatly appreciated. Houston seems ready to move on from just trying to acquire as much young talent as possible and start trying to compete for a playoff spot by mixing their young hopeful stars with established veterans. The Rockets started their offseason transformation by hiring Ime Udoka. Ime Udoka was last seen taking the Boston Celtics to the NBA Finals. Udoka now hopes to take this Rockets team to new heights. The Rockets had a clear plan this summer and executed it. Houston hopes that this is the last time they're picking up near the top of the draft, but their 2023 NBA draft was a solid one. The Rockets had the 4th overall pick and took Amen Thompson from Overtime Elite, a hyper-athletic guard with size who has incredible upside. And then with the 20th pick, the Rockets got the apparent steal of the 2023 draft, as Cam Whitmore of Villanova fell from a potential top 5 pick out of the lottery due to medical questions. He showed his talents in Summer League and showed that he's in fact just fine, earning MVP honors in Vegas. The Rockets managed to get a pair of top 10 caliber prospects with just one top 10 pick. Then, from the draft, the Rockets were looking to add top talent to try and exit the rebuilding phase. That's when the Rockets made the biggest signing of free agency, signing Fred VanVleet to a 3-year, $130 million deal, which did raise so many eyebrows, including mine. I couldn't believe how much the Rockets offered Fred, but they wanted him, and they stopped at nothing to get him. Now take it from me as a Raptors fan. I know Fred's shortcomings, and I know he's gotten a lot of flack lately, but there's no denying that Fred VanVleet has a proven track record as a champion, as he seems motivated to help uplift this Rockets team to the next level. Fred is coming off a down year, but he should benefit from a change of scenery. Also, VanVleet is the kind of steady-handed, defensive-minded veteran point guard the Rockets were desperate to get to pair with Jalen Green in the backcourt, and Jalen Green's development should benefit playing alongside a guy like Fred VanVleet. The Rockets were also set to be pursuing Brook Lopez, with reports out of Houston indicating that they thought they were nearing a deal. Unfortunately for the Rockets, Lopez opted to stay in Milwaukee, and they were left without the defensive anchor they hoped to be bringing in. The pivot for the Rockets resulted in signing Jock Landale to a 4-year, $32 million deal with just the first year guaranteed, as Landale was coming off a very solid season in Phoenix, backing up DeAndre Ayton. I know there's question marks behind Sengun at the center position, but I do think Landale will surprise a lot of people, and he will be solid in his role. I think he will be a capable backup in this situation. The Rockets then made another fine signing, bringing in the ultimate veteran Jeff Green to a 1-year, $6 million deal. The other big move the Rockets made, which again raised eyebrows, was completing a sign-and-trade for Dillon Brooks, giving him a 4-year, $86 million deal. Now that's a lot of money, but Brooks does fit the mold for the Rockets, who are trying to upgrade their defense at all 3 levels. For all the headaches that Brooks caused at times in Memphis, he was an all-defensive performer and will legitimately help the Rockets on that end. And he and VanVleet will immediately make this Rockets defense so much better. Brooks should be motivated too to show people that he's not as bad as his most recent playoff outing with the Grizzlies, and a change of scenery might be what Brooks needs to reset. Now, these weren't acquisitions for superstars, but by spending so much money on win-now veterans, Houston is clearly serious about trying to compete right now. The Rockets still have the 7th youngest roster in the NBA, including 6 important pieces that are 22 years or under. Jalen Green, 21, Amen Thompson is 20, Jabari Smith Jr. is 20, Cam Whitmore is 19, Tari Eason is 22, and Alfred Sengun is 21. And Ricky O'Donnell of SB Nation actually ranked the Rockets as the 4th best young core in the NBA, saying, "The hope is that more veterans will help keep this team organized and professional as the young core grows into its own." The Rockets might not have many wins to show for it just yet, but they really do have a bright future, close quote. So I see this Rockets season going one of two ways. It's either going to be very good or very bad. Nothing in between. I see a world where the rookies and the veterans click together, exceed all expectations, and the Rockets make a giant playoff-like leap this season. But I also see a world where things crash and burn for this team en route to another lottery round. Now, if the Rockets do end up being very good, it will be because of these reasons. Firstly, Ime Udoka is a great coach. I really like this hiring for the Rockets, and let's not forget what he did with the Celtics. So I think Udoka is going to get the most out of these players. Also, I can see Jalen Green, Jabari Smith Jr., and Alfred Sengun continue to get better and take leaps as legitimate star players. Also, when you look at the Rockets defense, there's no denying it has improved. Many expect this to be Udoka's calling card, as improving the defense has clearly been a priority for this team. The Rockets should look much better on that side of the ball, and it will help keep more games competitive between Fred VanVleet, Tari Eason, Dillon Brooks, Jabari Smith Jr., and projecting Cam Whitmore and Amen Thompson to become plus defenders. This Rockets defense can become very good. And then, of course, the veteran presence should help this young Rockets team. We've been hearing about how immature this Rockets locker room is and how this group needs to grow up, but now you're going to have guys like VanVleet, Brooks, Jeff Green in the fold. There's now more adults in the room to get things under control. And there's guys in Jeff Green and Fred VanVleet who have won a championship. And then the Rockets, I think, are going to have a solid bench. You're talking about Thompson leading the second unit with Kevin Porter Jr., Cam Whitmore, who looks like he's ready to be the steal of the 2023 draft, Tari Eason, and Landale. That's actually a solid bench. So the Houston Rockets have the talent to compete in the West. It's just going to come down to if this thing all comes together. I think the Rockets could definitely make a push to the playoffs if everything goes right for them. The Rockets do have a lot of potential and intrigue, and this team could be one that bursts onto the scene for this season. There's usually a team that comes out of nowhere, exceeds expectations, and makes that jump. Houston can maybe be that team that does just that for the 2023-2024 season. But how good do you think the Rockets can be? Let me know your comments in the comment section down below. I do think there's a world where this team takes a giant leap and makes the playoffs. And I know Rockets fans are hoping for that because this is a team, they've been building good young talent over the years. They had an aggressive offseason, spending money on veteran type players who they hope will gel nicely with the youngsters, creating one good environment in Houston, of course, under new head coach Ime Udoka's regime. So we will see how this plays out for the Rockets, but Rockets fans, how are you feeling? Are you optimistic? Do you think this is the year the Houston Rockets finally take off and they finally return to relevancy? Let me know your thoughts in the comment section down below. Again, hit a like on the video, guys. It does help it a ton. Please subscribe to the channel for more content just like this. As always, your support is greatly appreciated. This is Lucas signing off, and I will catch you all again in the next video.